Hello, everybody. Welcome to our channel. This is our family channel. If you are new here and you're just hanging out with us for the first time, hi and welcome to our channel. We have been the Southern Coop of Seven, but I officially changed this now. We are the Southern Coop of Many because we are having a new one, and we have like 3.5 weeks left till our due date, so we'll definitely be more than 7. So we are the kiddos kind of came up with that name. They also like the Southern Bunch, so I don't know if we'll stay the Southern Coop of Many or the Southern Bunch. I'm not sure yet, but for now that's what we are, the Southern Coop of Many. So welcome. And I am like talking with huffing and puffing. I sound like I'm out of breath. And this is going to be a little bit of an unusual vlog for me. I'm not one to kind of like preach, so to say, and put out my 10 cents on different types of issues and things like that, just because I don't like confrontation and I don't like any negativity coming back at me. But my heart was inspired this morning when we were at church, and it's kind of an issue that we've been dealing with here at home as well with our children. And it's simple. It's called kindness. So I'm just going to give you a little tidbit of what I learned today, and hopefully it will inspire you as it has me. And I'm going to or I plan to anyway, kind of keep this as a little bit of a logo in our house, just to reiterate the importance of kindness. And I'll share the logo in just a moment. I haven't quite got there yet, but for now, keep that in mind. Hold that thought. So we have talked about many times. I'm just going to jump right in, by the way. This will probably be a short one, but many times I find myself saying, when the kids are having a little bit of a verbal issue, and I've always said, use your words. Following use your words, it's let's be kind. And I'm sure as a parent, you have said those things yourself. It's just when you have more than one person and you're dealing with other people, which we do, right? We live in a world where there's not just us, although some people think that they're the only one in the world. But anyway, that's a whole nother ballgame. You deal with other people. And unfortunately, many times we respond before we even really, like when they're talking to us, we're already thinking about our negative comeback, our comeback in general, whether it's going to be negative or just a comeback. We're not even really in tune with what they're saying. We're just like bouncing back at them. So when we do this, we're very selfish in our thinking. And I know this for myself because I do it all the time. I respond with, how is this going to benefit me? So when you are in a situation and it's like the choice between being kind or being right, what do you choose? So the motto that we are going to start trying to follow is, you don't necessarily have to be right. You don't really have to be kind either. But which is the best choice? Trying to make yourself be right or trying to be kind? Because if we're trying to be right, who are we trying to benefit? We're trying to benefit ourselves. But if we're trying to be kind, we're thinking of others before ourselves. And as a Christian, which I might get, I don't know, some kind of feedback here that's probably going to be negative. I'll just have to deal with that in some other way. But it's always wise to try to think of the other person before ourselves, because then we're not making that selfish thought or that selfish word come from our mouth and trying to make it all be all about us. We're thinking of the other person. And I speak of this from experience because it's been like 12 and a half-ish years now, I lost my best friend, and I am at peace with the situation now. It's taken me a long time. We're no longer friends still, and it makes me very sad when I think of it. But this particular situation, I chose trying to be right versus trying to be kind. And I wish at the time that I would have chosen to just be kind. And I feel like I would still have her as my friend. I know that she's doing well and life has been very good to her. So I'm very happy for her. But I'm sad in the sense that I don't have her as my friend any longer. And I've had to learn from that experience to be very careful with my words, obviously. And I've even, told our children about this situation, and my husband has helped me along the way on how to handle the situation. Unfortunately, we're like far apart from each other, so there's no way that we'll ever even accidentally bump into each other or anything like that because of distance. But we were really close friends, and I made the wrong choice. I am aware of that now, and I can't go back. And that's the one thing about words too. Once you say them, they're out and you can never take them back. I mean, you can say, I'm sorry, will you forgive me? And unfortunately, I even tried that, but it kind of backfired and it didn't work. So what I'm trying to say is think about the ways that you can be kind versus always just trying to be right, and think of what matters to you. Not that our thoughts are not important, or what we need to express is not important, because I feel that it is. I do believe that we need to communicate with each other, but I think there comes a point to where we have to use those fruits, the fruits that I'm referring to being like the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. All those fruits that we can have, we have to think about those things and how we respond to situations. And so I know, going back to my best friend from many years ago now, that situation may never have another chance to reconcile. And like I said, I've come to a peace about that now, but I would like to know that I've learned from it and how to make a better choice next time. So if my opportunity arises and I am given a second chance to renew that friendship, I will be careful. And I've had dreams that we have reconciled, so it could happen. I know that, but I've learned, be careful with my words and choose kindness over trying to be right. So in our home, and in teaching of our children, we have 5 children. So ages ranging from 2 to 13, there's always some type of confrontation going on between somebody, it seems like. So I'm hoping that we can reiterate to them as well how important it is to try to choose kindness over trying to be right. And with the different personalities that we have some that are a little more meekish, I don't know if that's even a word. We have some that are more meek, and we have some that are a little more bold. So for the ones that are more bold, I'm hoping that for them, that this will help them choose to be careful with their words a little bit more, along with even myself. So I can take a chill pill for a second and realize what I'm about to say before I say it, or act. How we respond to situations obviously always makes a difference. So I hope for you, maybe this can be encouraging to you. I don't know which side of the fence that you may be on. You may have had a situation happen to you, or you may be facing a situation currently. Which choice would you make? Are you going to choose to do what you think is right, whether it's technically right or not, what you feel is right, and it's all about what matters to you? Or are you going to try to do what's kind and really think about how that's going to affect the other person? So anyway, short, sweet, and I hope that this can encourage you. It really spoke deep to me, and I just know I need to be more careful with my words and really try to put others above myself. That is not an easy thing to do as a human. So we're going to work on it here in our coop, and especially in upcoming weeks. I know changes are getting ready to take place, and with a new baby coming, there's going to be probably a little bit of chaos in the air. I hope and pray that we can choose that kindness over trying to just think about ourselves. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so like I said, this is a very unusual vlog for me. I don't usually put any kind of advice or words of wisdom or whatever you may want to call this. It's kind of out of my comfort zone, totally. But I was truly touched today and just really wanting to do more of act of kindness. And in our society that we live in, I'm looking out my window, by the way, where we live, how we live, it's either like you have to choose to be friends with somebody, and you have to be in total agreement with every single thing, or you just like cut them out, versus trying to still be friends with them, but kind of like agreeing to disagree. That's hard to do because we are fleshly and we want to do what we think is right, or just it's all about what we think. And I personally I don't think that that's always the case. And I think it's good to listen to the other person, although I am not very good at that because, again, I am fleshly and I want to do what I think is right all the time. For me, I hope that you can choose being kind over being right. And I hope that in some way that this has encouraged you. And if you have any experiences such as I have, you can leave them in the comments. I would love to hear from you down the road that you have been on. I'm sure there's many situations that I've experienced as well, but this one in particular with my best friend, and then of course with life at home, we had that situation arise multiple times, trying to choose what's right over being kind. So anyway, that's it. I keep talking and I need to shut it down. So I hope everybody is doing well, and I leave you with the tip. Be kind. Thanks for watching.